I just made a few creative changes to the recipe. I think it's a lot better now.
Why change a good thing? That's the question many fast food franchises need to answer. Here are 10 fast food recipe changes that never should have happened.
I'm not gonna eat that chicken.
Why not?
Wendy's fries.
French fries, sir.
There's nothing worse than soggy French fries, but perfecting the potato stick can be a huge challenge for some fast food restaurants. Perhaps in a bid to better challenge the reputation of McDonald's fries, Wendy's decided to make a change to their fry recipe. However, instead of making something new and delicious, their new French fry recipe simply fizzled out. When Wendy's introduced their new hot and crispy French fries to the world in 2021, they received mixed reviews. A French fry that was supposed to stay crispier than other fries apparently didn't live up to the hype. Reviews state that the new Wendy's French fries are just a Burger King copycat, and they taste like fried batter and are not potatoey.
Fried potatoes?
Yep, French fries.
Wendy's new French fries are not exactly square-shaped, are coated in an ultra-thin batter with part of the skin still on to preserve its flavor. This new batter and cutting process was supposed to help keep the French fries crispier for longer. The new process took over 2 years to bring to fruition, and the purpose of this revamping was to make a French fry that would withstand being dunked into a condiment or even a Frosty. The new Wendy's fries were designed for dipping, however, the fry gamble might not have paid off. Die-hard Wendy's fans are saying that the flavor just doesn't cut it, and they would rather be served the same fries that they've been eating since Wendy's first opened in 1969. McDonald's baked apple pie.
Pie apple. It's a pie apple.
There's nothing more satisfying than a slice of warm apple pie with a nice flaky crust. This is comfort food at its best, and since 1968, McDonald's was able to put that comfort in a little box and serve it all day long to their customers. However, a recent change to the cherished dessert has taken away that comforting feeling. The famous Golden Arches restaurant changed their beloved apple pie recipe to one that featured less sugar and was made with fewer ingredients. While this alone would be enough to have McD's apple pie fans up in arms, they weren't done. McDonald's made the decision to stop deep frying the pies and baking them instead. The once fried brown cinnamon sugar handheld pie is now made with a lattice crust topped with plain sugar and apples that are sliced instead of being diced.
2 slices, please.
This healthier baked pie had McDonald's customers fuming. Why change a good thing? Before, McDonald's used a special blend of various apples for the filling, but they've now changed the recipe and are sticking to American-grown apples only. These include Jonah Gold, Rome, Fuji, Ida Red, Gala, and the Golden Delicious. A team of culinary experts created the latest baked apple pie recipe, but the rollout didn't turn out as expected. If you listen to the outrage on social media, many think the recipe should be changed back to what it once was. Taco John's sauce.
Does it taste better with hot sauce?
When a sauce is just right, it can make your meal go from just tasting good to an explosion of flavor in your mouth. So let's talk about Taco John's sauce. Taco John's had a variety of beloved sauces that ranged from mild to hot, but recently, devoted customers have noticed a change. This change started with the packaging, and when the customers opened the new taco sauce packages, which were noticeably smaller than the original ones, they discovered that the sauce was thicker than it used to be, and it had more flavors and spices.
Needs flavor.
It seems the new Taco John sauce is now very similar to Taco Bell sauce, and unfortunately, many are unhappy with the so-called improvement. The new Taco John sauce doesn't pair well with the flavor profile of their meat, and customers are saying things like, "This new sauce is awful," and "I would love the old style to come back." A recipe change can be hit or miss, and if these reactions say anything, Taco John's missed the mark completely with their new sauce. First time here? Then hit that subscribe button and never miss out. Thanks. KFC French Fries.
You shouldn't bring in KFC unless it's actual KFC.
KFC is not afraid of change, as proven when they replace their fluffy and golden potato wedges with their new, uninteresting French fries. In 2020, KFC announced that it would be replacing their iconic potato wedges with fries. The recipe was tested for a year before being rolled out throughout the United States and then Canada. This new change, however, was not an instant success. Kentucky Fried Chicken lovers may be used to the French fries now, but when they first came out, the internet was outraged.
I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Since KFC had a different potato offering on their menu, customers couldn't believe that they would want to go the traditional route and serve regular French fries instead. The perfectly spiced and golden brown wedges were legendary, and many wedge lovers were disappointed. KFC customers have adjusted and have reluctantly accepted the French fries when they visit nowadays. But what mistake will KFC make next? Chick-fil-A Sandwiches.
Let's get Chick-fil-A and not tell anybody.
Does chicken shrink? It sure looks like it does at Chick-fil-A. Regular visitors to Chick-fil-A noticed smaller portions and started to ask questions. The popular fast food chain confirmed that they did indeed change their iconic recipe in their almost 3,000 locations. The original Chick-fil-A sandwich has been a staple on their menu since the 1960s, and the size and taste of their classic sandwich has remained unchanged since the beginning.
It's classic.
However, the new Chick-fil-A sandwich is about 10% smaller than the original, with a smaller bun, less chicken, and one less pickle. Why, you ask? Well, the well-known fast food franchise explained that it was a way to cut costs and to simplify its menu. On the flip side, Chick-fil-A introduced a larger grilled chicken sandwich shortly after the original sandwich resizing. So you might need to add a second original Chick-fil-A sandwich to your order to curb your appetite due to the shrunken sandwich size. McDonald's chocolate milk.
Did you have chocolate milk this morning?
McDonald's has been known to refresh their menu often with new and exciting menu items. Most work out, and customers flock to the Golden Arches to try these new items, while some of the new food ideas turn out to be a huge flop, like the Hula Burger, McPizza, and McSalad Shakers, just to name a few. So when something's good, they should keep it on the menu. But in 2018, McDonald's decided to remove chocolate milk from its Happy Meal menu. This decision was because they were trying to build a healthier brand, and chocolate milk wasn't a great fit.
Yeah, it's not really my cup of tea.
This meant that a standard Happy Meal would now come with milk or juice. The healthy choice alternative instantly created a ton of disgruntled customers, and surprisingly, a lot of nostalgic adults were more enraged than the children. Don't worry though, if you go to McDonald's and want to fill your belly with a cold chocolate milk, the item is still available as an add-on or drink substitute. Subway Meatball Sandwiches.
Their meatball parm is their worst sandwich.
Did you know that Subway is one of the top fast food chains in the world? At one point, this iconic Subway sandwich eatery had more locations than McDonald's. The reason this behemoth franchise finds itself on this list is because of its meatball sub improvements. Sandwiches are comfort food, and Subway's menu has been pretty stable, with only a few extra surprises added here and there, like the signature subs. You expect your meal to taste the same each time you visit Subway. However, when Subway decided to update their traditional meatball sub, many hungry customers were unhappy.
Oh, I'm not unhappy. I'm angry.
Customers were curious about this new option, but after trying it once, they wanted their old, original, beloved meatball sandwich back. Apparently, the sauce, texture, and color of the meatballs were not the same in the new recipe. Something just tasted off. The explanation for this is that the Subway meatballs are hard to keep fresh and only have a shelf life of 4 hours, which causes a lot of waste. Because of this, Subway is slowly starting to remove all the meatball sandwiches from its menu. If you have a taste for a Subway marinara meatball sandwich, you should grab one quickly before they're all gone. Burger King Chicken Nuggets.
Chicken nuggets? You were sure were human nuggets.
Burger King's been around since 1957, and it's easily recognized for its flame-grilled burgers. Despite having a signature brand and a steady flow of customers, Burger King has never been able to rise in the rankings over its main rival, McDonald's. Because of this, Burger King is known for constantly reinventing its Whopper and trying to market something new and exciting, like the Spicy Whopper Melt. But the Whopper is not the reason BK finds itself on this list. Burger King made a very bad decision to change their chicken nugget serving size from 10 to 8 while keeping the same price as the original. This adjustment was made to keep up with inflation. In the third quarter of 2021, after the restaurant industry fell on hard times and many commercial buildings were going under, Burger King had to make a quick decision on many of its menu prices to partially offset inflation.
Make the right decision, James.
During this time, Burger King also stopped their 2 for $6 or 2 for $5 promotions that large families love to take advantage of. Burger King has explained their decision, saying that food, paper products, fuel, and labor costs have all increased, hence the need to increase prices. We were all hit hard during the last few years, and this decision is understandable, but changing the chicken nuggets from 10 pieces to 8 pieces and selling them for the same price as the 10-piece meal still hurts. One Burger King fan even tweeted that the change was unbelievably stupid. Taco Bell's Enchirito.
Here's the big Enchirito.
Taco Bell's been trying to make their Enchirito successful since 1970. The Enchirito consists of a rolled-up, soft flour tortilla that's loaded with onions, beans, olives, and beef. The stuffed tortilla is painted with a red sauce and covered in cheddar cheese. Despite this sounding utterly delicious, the Enchirito from Taco Bell has never been a hit. Sometimes you just need to give up. Taco Bell just can't make their customers love the Enchirito. In 1993, the enchilada burrito fusion dish was retired due to customer disapproval. In the year 2000, Taco Bell tried to bring the Enchirito back again with some improvements. Chicken and steak were available as alternatives for the protein, and black olives were no longer used as a topping.
I don't need you anymore.
Sadly, the Enchirito still underperformed, and Taco Bell removed the infamous item from their menu once again in 2013. But despite all the hardships, Taco Bell isn't ready to give up. They're planning to bring back the retired Enchirito one more time in 2023, this time adding sour cream, tomatoes, and nacho cheese. The internet claims that the Enchirito is a fan favorite, and Taco Bell heard their cries. The fast food restaurant will revamp the enchilada burrito and add it to its menu for a limited time. So if you want to get your hands on this previously discontinued Taco Bell menu item, make your way to Taco Bell now before they disappear again. Or will they? Who knows? The Enchirito might haunt the Taco Bell menu forever until they get the recipe just right. KFC Spices and Oil.
Pure, unrefined spice.
Did you ever try Kentucky Fried Chicken in the 1990s? That chicken was off the charts. It was bursting with flavor, and it really was finger-licking good. But now, the chicken's just not the same. So what happened? Around when the Colonel died in 1995, the owners of the chain at the time seemed to have tweaked the original 11 herbs and spices recipe. The new Kentucky Fried Chicken batter is noticeably different compared to the original. It's bland, and you don't see the same telltale spices when you look at it. Another reason that explains why Kentucky Fried Chicken doesn't taste the same is the oil.
Vegetable oil!
The restaurant made the decision to move towards healthier oil, which completely changed the taste of their fried chicken. The chicken used to be fried in lard. It took Kentucky Fried Chicken 2 years of trial and error to settle on low linoleic soybean oil. And if you've been wondering why your flavorless chicken is greasy when you bite into it, this is because during high traffic times of the day, KFC skips the process of letting the chicken drain for 5 minutes like they usually do. They try to serve their customers right away, which drastically affects the texture and taste of your food. Order up more great videos. Just tap or click and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.